Welcome to the Academy, fellow golfers. Today, we're going to talk very simply, and it's something I think we all struggle with, where everyone struggles with this. I do, I know everyone else does, is why does my practice not change my golf quick enough? We all want to make mechanical changes, we all want to make mental changes, but we're talking about the mechanical changes. So during lessons, we're talking, I've got up on the screen here, and we're looking at spin rates and how your body moves and positions and weight and all of that, which are fantastic. And you've got to do all of those things. But I think the biggest single mistake that we all make, I'm hugely it, and I think all of you guys and girls make this out on when you go and practice, is we worry about result too much. And result has to be left at home when we come to the golf course or when we go to, especially to the driving range. If you were to take result away from changing something, you would focus fully on what you're trying to achieve, and your brain would be 100% involved in whether it be right knee or left arm or right ear, or that's right ear, or whatever you're working on, whatever your coach has told you, whatever you've looked at online and you think you need in your golf swing. And as I've said in previous videos, make sure it is what you need. But what I'd say is you need, if we could have one, a blinker like the horses, but we need a blinker here that if I was on the driving range, or I'm on the driving range here and I'm just hitting golf shots, where almost this becomes an irrelevance. So if I'm working on trying to start the ball slightly more to the right, or for me at the moment, I'm trying to work on getting my hips a little bit earlier forward because I tend to get a little bit hung back and a little bit open here, I could get caught up in doing it well, but then go on the range and then one goes right and then it's, oh my God, and then I'm hitting one a little bit left. Whereas if I stood there and said, right, physically, what do I want from my body per swing? So like a little bit today in here, in the academy, I get very guilty, and it doesn't matter what I do. I have video here. I've got a readout of everything. I've got the numbers. We've got flight scope. We've got all of the stuff here that's helping me. And if I'm not careful, I know for myself, I'm going to video my swing, every swing. I'm going to hit a shot, have a look, how did that feel? Whereas actually what I've got to say is, if I want my hip, let's just say, to move forward. So that is the sole job. Now I may hit it badly for 2 days, a day. I might mishit it for 20 shots. That's good in a way because I'm changing something. What I need and what you guys need and girls is, if that's your change, or your change is to be less over the top, let's say, and you want to feel a little more inside, if you're going to look every shot, oh my God, it's doing this again, and I've got to play next week, and I'm playing in a tournament, and I've got the monthly medal, or I've got the British Open, or I've got the US Masters, which is coming soon, and we can all quite excited, or even I'm excited about that. We then forget that we're trying to make changes here. And if you're making the correct physical changes, the correct technical physical changes, we know the laws of physics will dictate the ball will do what we need if you're doing the right things. So surely the logic is, when I'm on the practice ground, I would be better off not going to, say, the driving range, but I'd be going to a net, somewhere where there's no result. So I'm just going to stand there and physically hit shots, thinking about what I want my body to do and focusing on how that might feel. Can I exaggerate it? So if I want to video myself, I'm going to look, is that enough? Am I doing enough of what I want? Not, oh God, that strike didn't feel good, or oh my goodness, I'm hitting a low, thinny one for a bit. That might be the process of getting from A to B. But if we're always looking at wanting B, but never getting away from A, you're never going to get to B. So we've got to say, what do I want mechanically? If I make the right changes, so if your coach or whatever is giving you the right information and you make those changes, you should be mechanically better. And if you want to look at numbers, the numbers then should be better. The numbers will always balance out. The better you swing it, the better your numbers will be. I grew up in an era, it's hard to imagine that, I'm old enough, but I grew up in an era before we had video technology, or, numbers and trackmans and all of this, or trackmen, mans, I don't know what the plural of that would be, trackman and flight scope and all of that. So I had to teach, and I was taught by video and how it felt and what the ball told us, not so much with the computer saying that. So I feel for you guys this week, get sort of a blinker in, get in somewhere where there's a net, where you can't see the result. Turn your computer off if you've got your swing studio at home, and just work on pure, if you want to call it old school, feel. What would that feel like? And then if you've got a video, sorry, not a video, if you've got a mirror, mirror's worth its weight in gold, because I can actually feel what I want. I'm looking at the mirror here and I can see my hips forward. If I do this, my hips back. And if I'm hitting a normal shot, that feels almost like quite nice there. I think, oh, I've really got my hips made. Look at my left hip, it's not forward at all. So if I'm not careful, I keep doing that feeling because it feels good and I can kind of hit the ball okay with it. And I haven't made the correct changes. So to reiterate, try as best you can to take result away from practice. Result is only in, am I doing what I want? Not, is the ball doing what I want? That, I promise you, will come later. I promise you that. And you can take that to the bank and they won't give you much. Have a good afternoon.